Hey y'all, I'm Kirsten. Welcome back to the KGC Pilates Me, Myself, and I 10-day challenge for people who do the absolute most. And shout out to you because you have a lot on your plate, but you made room for yourself. So props to you for showing up. For today, speaking of props, we won't need any props whatsoever, no weights. Even though we're working on our arms, this is no weight, so you can do it anywhere, anytime, no excuses. And so let's get into it with these 7 minutes. We're gonna just stay kneeling here. Take both of your hands, wrap them around your rib cage, starting with that Pilates breath. When you're ready, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Take a nice big deep breath in. Lungs expand to east to west, and then exhale all that air out one final time. Inhale nice and big. Maybe the deepest breath you've taken all day, and exhale that air out. When you're ready, we're going to start with some arm circles. So have your arms long by your side. When you're ready, make little circles in one direction for 8. You got it. 7, nice. 6, or 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 4, 8, nice. 7, 6, little circles like the size of a tennis ball, maybe even a dinner plate. 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake those arms out. We're going to move to our first arm move of the day, a serve the tray. So when you're ready, elbows are tucked in by your side. Your palms are up almost, or forearms are up almost on a high diagonal. Imagine that you have a tray, a platter, something in your hands that you're serving. When you're ready, exhale to extend the arms up on a high diagonal. Inhale to lower, same thing. Exhale, you lift up. And inhale, you lower. Nice. So for the serve the tray, I want you to imagine you have your favorite meal. For mine, it's definitely some Thai food, maybe some drunken noodles. If you know that spicy noodles taste really good as you're lifting and lowering, or maybe you have your favorite drink, your favorite beverage as you're serving to lift and inhale to lower. Now, if you want to advance this move, maybe you come to a high diagonal as you lift the arms up, and then you lower back down to come to sit. Same thing, exhale to lift up, coming to those high knees, and then lowering back down. Nice. Exhale to lift up, inhale to lower. A couple of options here for these variations. 1, you do not have to do this little disco hip movement. You can always just stay in this low kneeling position the entire time for the serve the tray move. If it ever feels like too much for you, you can always come to sit on your booty in a nice crisscross applesauce position as you're lifting and lowering those arms. Do what works best for you. I will not be offended, nor will I know if you decide to be on your knees or be sitting in that crisscross applesauce position. For me, I like to stay in that low kneeling position so I can get to that disco hip. Nice. Now we're going to add another variation here. The next time you extend your arms up, can you bend the elbows all the way back in and extend them out to a W? Nice. So adding a little variation for the serve the tray. You're out to the side and then straight up. Nice. So as you're doing this, as much as we are focused on our arms, this little disco hip that we're having here is firing up our posterior chain. That's just a fancy way of saying the backs of your legs as you lift and lower. We're almost there. Of course, we're going to pulse it out. Last 4. You got it. Final 3. And last 2 for 1. And hold here. Lift it up an inch and down an inch for 8. 7. Last 6. You got it. 5 for 4. 3, 2, 1. And out to the side for 8. 7. You got it. 6. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake those arms out. Now meet me with your hands in a goal pose position. So your elbows are parallel with your shoulders. When you're ready, exhale to lift the arms up. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Arms go up. Inhale to lower. You can add that disco hip up as you lift and lower. Really great job, just as we did before. If your shoulders aren't already on fire and burning a little bit, shout out to you. That means you're really strong as you're lifting and lowering. Nice. And you're going to thank me when you're carrying all those groceries, especially if you're like me, living in New York, you know the struggle as you're lifting and lowering. Nice. So we're going to add a little bit of a variation to this too. So the next time you lower your arms back down, can you flip the palms down? Send the arms out. Then bend the elbows in and go back up. Nice. So lower arms go out, bend the elbows back, lift those arms back up into that goal post position. We're almost there as you move through this. This looks so good. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale on that exertion. Last 4. You got it. Beautiful. Final 3. Last 2. And final 1, extend those arms out, come to that high kneeling position if it's possible for you. Bend your elbows in. Now, can you bring your fingertips right to your chest? Extend the arms out. So we're bending and extending at the elbows only. We're almost there. We only got 90 seconds left. You can hold on for just a few moments. Nice. If this feels good to you, I know we might look like air traffic controllers. The next time you bend your arms in, you can come to that low kneeling position. High kneeling position when you send the arms out. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Nice job. Last 3, almost there. Final 2, you got it. Last 1, and shake those arms all the way out. And we're going to move to a classical Pilates move called swimming. And so finding a position on your mat where you're lying all the way down, you can extend your arms and legs long. Don't forget to engage those glutes. When you're ready, can you lift opposite leg and opposite arm and lower it back down? Same thing. Lift opposite leg, opposite arm. Now, if this feels good to you, can you start to lift the chest as you lift the arms? Now, can you keep the chest lifted the entire time? To really think about lengthening through those lats and that back as you lift and lower. Now, can you add up a little bit of motion to speed it up and really act like you're swimming? You're coming out of that water for a final 3. Almost there. Last 2. And final 1, relax everything down. Great job. Come to that child's pose position. Walk your hands back. Find a standing position at the edge of your mat. We're finishing out with 1 set of Pilates push-ups. Of course, I got more for you later in this series. Reach your fingers all the way up to the sky. When you're ready, exhale to forward fold. Walk your hands all the way out. You're going to give me 3 push-ups at the bottom. 3, if you need to get down on your knees, you can. 2, and last 1, and come back into that child's pose position, stretching all the way out. Really great work for today. And so congratulations on completing day 3 of the KGC Pilates 10-day Me, Myself, and I challenge for people to do the absolute most. But shout out to you because you made room for yourself today. See you tomorrow for day 4, and we will need some props, so make sure that you read the description box for what props you'll need for tomorrow. See you then.